I'm now going to demonstrate changing a central line dressing. I have my supplies here. I have a central line dressing change kit. I have an extra mask that I'm going to put on the patient. The mask for me is in the kit, and I have a pair of clean gloves. So I would come in and wash my hands and identify the patient using the name and another identifier, and also assess if the patient has any allergies, specifically to ChloraPrep, because it's ChloraPrep that we're going to use to clean around the insertion site. So the patient does not have any allergies, and I'm going to put the side rail down so that I can have good access to my patient's site, and maybe put the bed up just a little bit too. Okay, and what I want to do is I'm going to remove the old dressing first, so I want to put on clean gloves to do that, and I also want to put the mask on the patient and myself. So I'm going to put the clean gloves on and put the mask on the patient. And if he can't tolerate having the mask on while I do the dressing change, you could also just tell him to turn his head away. Also turn his head away even with the mask on. So I'm going to turn his head a little bit and apply the mask. Okay, and then the other mask is in the kit, so I'm going to open up the kit. Remove my supplies. And then when I open up the kit, I'm going to open it away from me first. Don't need that piece. Side, side, and then towards me. And then I'm going to remove the mask without contaminating the rest of the kit and place that on so that I can remove his old dressing without contaminating it, the site. Pull that down. Okay, and then when you remove the dressing, you want to pull it towards the insertion site, pull down towards the site so that you're not pulling up and dislodging any part of the catheter. So I'm removing the old dressing. And then I'm just going to wrap that up in my clean gloves and dispose of that. And now I want to take my sterile gloves out of the kit, again without contaminating anything in the kit besides that outer portion of my gloves. So I'm going to open my gloves up, just touching the outer border. And take the inside of the first cuff. And then protecting my sterile gloved fingers with the other cuff, I'll slide on the other glove. Okay, now I have inside this kit some extra tape, and this could go around the occlusive dressing if you wanted to use it, but we're not going to use it today, so I'm just going to set it right here. There's also some extra dressing supplies. One of the dressings is a little 2x2 with a slit in it, and that could go around the catheter. Let's say it was a brand new central line. Sometimes they bleed around the site, and you could put this on, because if there's bleeding, this occlusive dressing that you're going to be putting on, it's not going to stick. So you might need to use that, but we're not going to use that today. Here's an alcohol swab. You might be using that if the patient was allergic to ChloraPrep. And then I have my ChloraPrep swab here that I'm going to be using, and the way that this works, it has like little wings on it, and you squeeze the wings. I've already activated this one, but when you squeeze it, it makes a popping sound, and then there's an ampule in there that releases the ChloraPrep, and then it soaks through the pad, and then you can wipe around the site with the saturated pad. So I'm all ready to clean. I want to clean vigorously, so I want to clean it vigorously side to side for 30 seconds. So I'm going to do that. Pay attention to the time here. You want to clean around the site and then above and below the site, all the way around. Okay, and then you can toss that, and then what you want to do is let it dry for 30 seconds or so until it's air dry. You don't want to wave around it or blow on it because that would contaminate it. So you just want to let it air dry. And once it's dry, you can take your occlusive dressing, which is what I have here. And occlusive dressing comes with a backing on it that you peel away. And then you can hold the ends or sides to it. If you touch the inner part of that dressing, it's just going to all shrivel up and you won't be able to use it. So that's what the border is for, for you to handle it. So I'm going to put that over my clean site after it's dry. And just kind of pat it down all the way around. And then once you've got that part on, you take the outer border, peel the outer border off. And that just has peels all the way around. Once you've got the site covered, you can remove your mask and the patient's mask. Remove the patient's mask. And then the last thing that you want to do is you're going to take I don't see one in here, but oh, here it is. Here's your documentation for the dressing. So you would go over here and write down the date, time, and your initial that you changed the dressing, and then remove the back, and you can put that on the dressing somewhere where it's not covering the actual insertion site. So put it right there. And then we would just want to clean up, put the patient's head down to be more comfortable, and the side rail up. And that concludes changing the central line dressing.